Hey guys, it's Britt and it's Friday, so that means Friday reads. And I'm not going to be reading all that much this weekend. Uh, Yesterday was not the greatest day for me. Some stuff happened that was rather unpleasant. Some were just little things like I just had to replace um, my MacBook charger, which was really expensive, and then like a week later, my phone charger died, so I had to run and get a new phone charger. I know, like first world problems, and also I kind of had a panic attack yesterday, but I'll go more into that at the end of the video if you want to hear more about that. So, what am I reading? Well, right now I am reading The Dream Thieves by Maggie Stiefvater, and it's the second book in the Raven Cycle series. And I went into the Prime reading comics because I have to play catch up this weekend if I want to complete 31 books by the end of May. And so I got the Vader comic, and I'm sure I'll find other things to read this weekend, but I just yesterday took a lot out of me. And so right now that's all I really want to read. I'm also reading Robin Hobb's The Fitz and the Fool trilogy. I'm on. Which one am I on right now? I'm on Assassin's Apprentice by Robin Hobb. I really like Robin Hobb's writing so far, and it's just been a good time. Yeah, Assassins. I'm sorry, I'm not on The Fitz and the Fool. I'm on the Farseer trilogy, and I'm on um, chapter 10 of that. So, that's what I'm reading this weekend, and I am. It was a tough day yesterday. Essentially, if you guys want to hear about it, I guess I'll talk about it. So yesterday, and by the way, I'm not like mad at anybody involved here. I just want to make that clear. Um, you guys know I love Game of Thrones, and yesterday, one of my favorite Game of Thrones related channels, Kyle's Fookin Chickens. Shout out to Kyle if you haven't, go check him out. Um, Also, shout out to Devin over at Insomniac because he had to listen to me go try and attempt to work through my panic attack, and it wasn't fun. Um, but yeah, yesterday Kyle had a live chat, and usually I'm pretty okay with discussions and everything, but discussions about this uh discussions about Theon and Sansa um can get kind of heated, and it sounds stupid like when you say it out loud. These things affect me on a really like personal level because I've been in essentially these two character situations where they're getting fucking abused, and it's tough for me to listen to and have discussions about certain characters and if they're quote unquote good or not, especially with Sansa, because even if you have it, regardless of whether it's show Sansa or book Sansa, she's had it very tough. And when I see people um, when I see people wishing harm upon her, it gets me very upset, and it takes me back to that time where I was in that really, really bad, really, really bad, bad relationship, and I took it personally, and I shouldn't have, but in that moment, it was hard, and the girl I was kind of, and everybody in that chat, like Kyle, Johnny, George, and Ray. I'm not mad at any of them, but I'm gonna say like good on Kyle for kind of sticking up for my girl, Sansa. Um, yeah, Sansa can be very annoying, and sometimes you just want to shake her, but um, I don't know, guys. Like that was just I can't remember what was said that set me off, but something set me off. And I was home alone at the time, and nobody. So I've basically been trained to just talk it out. Like that's what works for me when I have panic attacks. And so Indie Insomniac was the unfortunate person who I kind of had to talk my feelings out to, and he doesn't think that he did a great job at like he was like, I know this isn't what you want to hear, but there's you also have to consider these things, and I I agree with him, and Devin is great to have conversations with, especially at Game of Thrones, because Devin will always debate me on my stances, and I think that's great. I think that's healthy. I think that's fantastic because Devin and I have very differing opinions on many, many things, and it's great to talk to Devin about these things for me, at least. I don't know. Obviously, he doesn't mind too much, or else he wouldn't have added me on Boxer. But I just wanted to say thank you, Devin, for just listening. Like even that you listened was great. And once again, nothing against Johnny or Ray or uh, George or Kyle. Don't send any hate their way. There's no way that there's no way that the chat could have known that it would have affected me in that way. And it's a subject that should be talked about. I don't want that to be a thing that doesn't get talked about because I'm in the chat, because that's not fair to other people. But that on top of everything really made me upset. And people like talk about, I feel like this trigger thing gets thrown around a lot, and it just it kind of bothers me because it's complicated. I was talking about this with Devin. It's a complicated emotion for me. But that definitely, like, there are times and there are episodes where I can't watch. Like, I have to skip over because it's too real. It's too painful. And I think a lot of people forget in these chats that these are events that could potentially happen to real life people. And while the subjects should not be avoided, um, careful consideration should be thought about when having these discussions, when we're talking about abuse victims that, yes, are fictional, but there is some reality based in that. And it could be a sensitive topic for some people. But anyway, this is getting too long, and I just want to say, Kyle, man, if you're watching, thanks for the chat yesterday, and I'm sorry things got a little bit out of hand, but yeah. Anyway, guys, I love you guys, and I will see you in the next video. Have a great weekend.